Welcome to Durham Lakes Golf Course in Fairburn, Georgia. Just under a year ago, when George won the place in an auction.
Ended. Got it. I'm scared. I don't even know if I should.
I'm not even a freaking hugger. Oh my God.
This place was a jungle.
This is mild compared to what we cut down. All this was just overgrown.
But after a lot of hard work.
Day one, headquarters 2, we found the blockage. Appears that, and we're not paying them either. These beavers are doing all this for free. We're reclaiming more water, and it's free.
And hard goofing off.
Excellent shot. Excellent shot. Get there, honey. Get there. Go get some. Go get some.
The 300 acres of wildlife along with 80 acres of lakes would be the perfect place to unwind and enjoy nature.
Pull up a stump.
Or build a giant headquarters for a multinational corporation.
Hi, I'm John. It is day 1 of headquarters number 2, and we're at location number.
The profit margin would be enormous, and so George and John set to work. Some of the arguments were great.
I want to be able to relax before, during, and after work. I want to live where I work. You're minutes from the city.
And there's also a closed private airport that's about a mile away.
Others not as much.
And if you act now, all of these shipping pallets are yours free.
But unfortunately, in the end, it was not to be. But now George needs to find out how to make this giant purchase profitable. And step 1 is convincing Fulton County to not tax the land as if it's still a working golf course.
Basically, since 2014, the property has not changed any of the valuations. So what we're doing is we purchased the property for $105,000 and they're valued at $2.7 million because it costs us $8,000 every single month to maintain this. Thanks to this guy here.
I didn't, just my presence raised the tax amount on the property.
You do not have a clear vision yet for it? So
We were hoping Amazon would move into the area,
yeah,
but they did not.
Yeah, because everything that Amazon wanted, Fairburn had to offer, but they didn't take any of those. They didn't take any of those things into consideration.
Well, all I can say is that
It all ended up being pretty cut and dry, and George got his taxes reduced drastically.
Yes, sir. Do you validate parking?
I wish they did. They don't validate mine.
With that now done, George can concentrate on turning the land into something useful. Somehow. But it's nice for George and John to have a therapeutic experience after the terrible ordeals of Miss Evans and then Miss Ritchie. Pete, on the other hand, doesn't have such an outing.
John's an idiot. That's the problem. Sends me to another job. John sends me over here. They don't know what the hell's going on.
And we're about to find out how that works.
Sure.
Yeah, I want it. I want it. Do you want it? John, is there something in my eye? Can you go real quick?
The moves are coming today. Well, you know what? That's not like a George problem to me. Yeah.
Hey, it's not the size of the compressor, it's how they pound the nails. I don't think we'll be able to say that.
Pete and the gang have had a rough go of it lately. After enduring Miss Evans, they went straight to Miss Ritchie's never-ending saga that stretched across 3 months. And although Pete's mad about the expanding scope of the job that he says is John Jefcoat's fault,
John's a moron. And he goes, yeah, do the laundry. She goes, Pete, I don't think that's included. You look what I'm saying. You see, and John's like, just do it. I might do it.
and although this job in Dacula is at least as big as Miss Ritchie's, it seems the clients are going to be a lot nicer.
Little one's going to be your challenge for him to stand still. He's showing off. Well, I'm Lisa Brzezinski, and this is my son, Mikey, and that's our little boy, Brannick. Yes. And I guess we're the next lucky people to get our house redone.
What? You found his butt.
It kind of turned into everything. Started off, we put all the kids to bed, went to take the dog out, stepped in a flood in the basement. So, we cleaned all that up, everybody took their showers, and then we stepped in a flood in the hallway. Cleaned that up. The next morning, there was a flood in the kitchen. So we figured out that it was probably our septic tank. So we called a great septic crew, and they came out, and they led us to the next guys, the A1A first responders, who told us to let our insurance company know that we were covered for what happened, and then we called the next best people, which turns out to be you guys. So we're excited to get everything going, and we're ready to see what the new house is gonna look like, because it is something else right now. But at least we got a great place to stay.
A great place she's talking about is one of George's properties he bought in Lawrenceville in a buying frenzy a few months back. The house is in Lawrenceville, north of Atlanta, and it was a rotting dump until George and Pete got a hold of it. Now the Brzezinskis are living there while Pete and the gang fix their house. And while the house has had a huge turnaround since the beginning, there are still a few bugs to work out. And maybe a rat.
Funny little, we had a rat episode happen, so I think it's the biggest rat in Georgia because we have a sticky pad this big. You can see where he got stuck, jumped loose, and drug his little body across the pad. That's a serious rat right there. It's bigger than our home that's getting fixed, and it also has more property. So it's one of those things you're like, we want our house back, but yeah, we're enjoying our vacation just a little.
So it's a new puppy.
She is brand new. She was either one that wandered off or something someone threw out. And now she's gonna have some juice. You better get your cup, Brannick. She's gonna get it. There's Kool-Aid in there. No, come here. I know, it didn't learn its lesson. What's its problem? She says, you do not belong here. I know, what's its problem? Your puppy's funny. She says, no, I'll save you, Brannick. I'll save you. But the outside, I think, is definitely our favorite part because there's a huge tennis court that we can all go play on. And there's just more woods than these kids can run around in. It has turned from 7 days to we're looking at a grand total of 14. Hey girl, let's go. So, you know, it's actually turned out the worst thing that happened to the Brzezinskis has turned into one of, I would say, one of the best. And I mean, how special is it to get to pick things in your home? We never anticipated that. I mean, we're gonna get put back the way we would have wanted to buy the house at a price we couldn't afford. So that's kind of super nice. And Brannick loves those stairs. Those are great. Wood safety gates, George, safety gates. That's what you're missing on your decking.
So Pete and the gang have their work cut out for them, needing to rebuild a kitchen, redo the living room floor, redo 3 bathrooms, replace 3 other floors in 2 bedrooms and a playroom.
There's the hallway here. No kidding, John. I'll do what you say, boss. This is on you. I don't recommend it. Yeah, I know, because then it'll slide from the bottom. All right, it's on you, man. Ain't no guarantees on this one. All right, man, got it. See you later. Bye. What an idiot. I can't deal with John. I just can't.
He thinks everyone's an idiot. That's the problem, okay?
When the floor is done, at least when I come back, I can start putting them down. What are you looking for?
Scraper. My scraper.
A scraper?
That's it.
Why is that coming up?
It's coming up, but since the blade is so new, it's cutting on the wood.
Take the chipping hammer. Just go to the chipping hammer. He's almost done there. You gotta go.
Pete has to leave for a brief time to get supplies and leaves the rest of the crew to strip the 3 bathroom floors, lay down the hardy board, and start on the giant tile floor.
Come on, let's go! Got it? Come with a full piece again. If you gotta cut it like this, right? Because that's this side of the wall. Yeah, you see how I put this one? This
Needless to say, he's not happy with the progress when he returns.
This floor?
8.5, 16. What'd you say?
Why it take so long?
I started putting the hardy bag.
So been almost 2 hours, man. Shorty, I'm gonna have to work you a little bit now, okay? I need to start laying this tile. I can't wait for no one. This is too slow. Take those tiles right there. You're gonna put 3 boxes with a little hole in the right side. Big towel bag.
Next day, Aunt and Brian are in charge as Pete has to spend the day in Commerce fixing a broken HVAC system because, quote, John Jeffcoat is a f***ing idiot, end quote. Around lunchtime, Brian and Aunt left young Elle at the house in Dacula to clean up, and it's been a few hours and Elle is running out of stuff to do.
And then Pete said Brian and Aunt should have been here already, basically. And it's been almost 3 hours, and Brian didn't pick up. Oh, I gotta get to cleaning. And this is like the first time they left me here, but I gotta do all the labor work, basically. And without me, they would have been stuck with all this garbage here, having no one to pick it up but me.
Brian's here. Brian's up.
¿Dónde estabas?
You called my dad?
Huh? You called me.
What'd you say?
He was like, all right, I'll be back. He's like, since I pick everything up.
What'd you say?
I was like, he told me, where's Brian and Aunt? And I was like, I don't know, they're not here yet.
Should've said they're coming.
And then,
Should've said there.
wait, you called me
He
right
had to pay his light, man.
You called me right after.
It's not my fault. Let's get to it. You gotta help us clean.
I know, that's what I was doing right now. You guys gotta finish that bathroom and the other bathroom. That's what he said.
Yeah. That's light work to us. Make some light work.
So while Aunt and Brian scramble to get the floors done, Elle tries to make himself useful.
Holy shit. It's not turning off, guys. You broke the valve, man. I didn't break anything. Yeah, yo, that. Well, this is bad. You really didn't know about the valve,
What the hell were y'all doing?
What do you do? What do you have to do?
I turned it back.
He's an idiot.
Were y'all turning it left or something?
I didn't touch it.
Guys, you got soaked for nothing?
Later, Brian becomes his father.
Don't be like your dad now.
I'm not gonna be like my dad. I'm saying specifically, if I go up there and I find it, we're gonna have some problems.
That's exactly what your dad said.
My dad will be like, he'll call you an idiot or something like that. I don't know what he's gonna say. I'm not my dad.
I gotta do this.
Y'all got me stressed. I'll do it.
Alright.
Damn. See, while I'm chilling, 5 minutes, I'll be like, yo, come over here, come clean all this shit up, and then I'll go upstairs. I'm tired. It's been hot today, right? Not like Pete. They up. I gotta scream, yo, I gotta do this. And my dad be like, Brian, you're not the boss, watch it. I'd be like, but when you're not here, these slacking out, these here. I gotta step in.
And then even later, the real Pete calls.
I got you, man. I got you. My phone didn't work. This bullshit phone, I can't hear it, I mean, I know a lot, but
You don't know nothing.
I don't.
At all.
Dad, you know what I know?
Go to the city, clean the place up.
I got you, but you know what I know?
You don't got me.
I didn't say I got you. Listen. Listen to me. I know. I don't know what's wrong. I'm just saying. You know what I know?
an idiot? What?
That I'm an idiot. No, that is that I love you, Pai.
What you doing? Were you high or something? You must be high. You're on pills and drugs or something. Smoke plan.
So he's like, nah, you're gonna be there late. I'm gonna be here till 7. I'm far.
He doesn't want to pay. That's why he doesn't want to pay the extra.
He said he doesn't want to pay us. I told him we could finish it tonight. He's like, nah, we're not gonna all stay there for Anthony's problems.
Maybe not the ideal day 2, but stuff did get done. It could be worse. Up next, stuff gets worse.
We're just gonna just save another day, you know what I'm saying? Move everything, put it back, move it over, put it back, you know what I'm saying? That's okay. John wants to be an idiot. It is what it is. He's always gonna be a damn idiot.
You know, but it's a quick click, so it's gonna be quick. You know what I mean? But the is that John is an idiot because he didn't have the movers. Look, we gotta move everything.
Yo, let's go, man. I can't be waiting here, Brian. What? Whoa. All this paper. Hell. Do you want to pack the house out now? You're a moron, John. You really are. Close the door. Give me a hammer. Give me a hammer. It's outside, bro.
In the beginning, Peachtree Emergency Water Removal was just one truck and a rented storage unit. 6 years later, Emergency Water Removal has a fleet of trucks, corporate headquarters, and locations throughout the country. What started out as a limited partnership between Tim Bean, George Caswell, and John Sikowski quickly blossomed into a thriving business when John, in his own words, opened the floodgates to business. Ski's penetrative personal marketing in the sprawling Atlanta area proved enormously successful, driving so much business to EWR that a real branch location proved necessary. But the more business that came in, the more business that got taken care of, and so very soon, the location was overflowing at the seams, and an even bigger building with double the space was needed. At the same time, EWR proved too big for just Atlanta and expanded into Texas, Tennessee, and New York within the first 2 years. By 2017, Emergency Water Removal had more than 80 employees and moved again, this time creating a corporate headquarters in Commerce, Georgia. While the business booms, the people behind it stay the same. John Ski is still the dynamic adventurer he always was, but now he has a whole team under him as VP of Sales and services over 200 clients. George Caswell still has a bloodhound's nose for deals, in addition to creating a marketing tool of his own various adventures called DyNasty.
It's gotta be done.
You get your fat ass out here. Things on Superman.
It's a $1,500 thing. You didn't just buy it.
We got 5 of them.
George's acquisition of 4 buildings in the Commerce area also allowed EWR to centralize all financial and human resources into one location and allowed EWR to create its managerial program. Now, the managerial program is where Tim and his administrative genius comes in, but more importantly, it's where you come in. Emergency Water Removal has its eyes on the future, and in the past, our employees have driven our success, and we see no reason to change that going forward. That's why, as EWR has expanded, our investment in our employees has only grown. Everyone wants the opportunity to work hard and to be rewarded for that work, and our management program gives you a clear path to your future with the opportunity to learn a vital industry from the ground up, along with the opportunity to be making $70 grand yearly by the end of less than a 5-year program. We want you to feel secure in your future, and we provide a clearly defined and accessible path from inexperienced technician to branch manager making over 100 grand yearly. There's no more worrying about where you see yourself in 5 years. With Emergency Water Removal's management program, you already know. Many of our current managers have come up through this program, and their loyalty and competence is a testament to EWR's desire to share as much of their success as possible with the people who get the jobs done. With markets being eyed all over the nation, the future at EWR is bright, and you can be right there. Come and be a part of Emergency Water Removal. The next day, finishing touches need to be laid on the bathroom floors, and then the crew needs to start on the other floors. But before they can do that, they've got to move the stuff already on the floor. And I'll give you one guess who's the culprit for this inconvenience.
But the is that John is an idiot because he didn't have the movers. Look, we gotta move everything. And this
Right, we are the movers. You ain't know that?
That's ridiculous. They should pay me more for moving. I already remodel. Man, does George not think of us? Like, we make the jobs done. Nobody else does. Just Pete's crew. You know? Do you think he thinks about it? He's probably like, them. Them. They're gonna get the work done anyways. I'm gonna get paid. Like, yo, what's up? Throw me a bonus. Throw your boy a bone.
Oh my God, man. We got lazy people.
And L, don't be an idiot.
Yo, let's go, man. I can't be waiting here, Brian. John, idiot, Jeffcoat. Again, I don't know. They were paid to pack out. Something happened. I don't know what happened. But you know John. Always try to make a buck somehow. I don't know what the hell he does. At the end of the day, it costs George more money. Because now it takes us 2 extra days. But you know, you gotta move everything to one side, do the floor, and move it back to the other side, finish the floor, and then put it back in its place. Think about it, you got 5 rooms here. That's a whole day of just moving around and back, you know? And I don't know. And the judge do something with John, man. Get rid of his ass already. He needs to get rid of him, man. He's costing us time and money. Yo. Don't be sitting down. I'm telling you, John's up big time. Like right now with this floor we went to see, he gives the customer an upgrade on the floor. Yeah. For real. He's like, what the is this, John? The same thing with this job. He goes, do the kitchen. I said, I don't do the kitchen. I even got it in text. I want it in writing. And George said, you better believe it. You better get that in writing, John.
After those floors are laid, it's time to start on the kitchen demo. Though, of course, this could have been done earlier if a certain someone, blah, blah, blah.
It's gonna take us 2 to 3 hours to pack everything in these cabinets to put away. I needed to start here to take these cabinets off, not to scratch the floor. So there you go. Perfect example I'm trying to tell you, but John's an idiot.
Pull the rope? Oh, you're pulling the rope? I'm about to...
Oh, let me see him pulling the rope. What the is that, bro? The Pokemon dance?
Eventually, we all need a break, though, and Pete gives Elle some advice while Elle is pondering quitting the job.
Today's your last day, right?
If we work Saturday.
Now I gotta give you that luxury of earning at the end of the day's pay. It don't work that way.
All right.
Because then I gotta come Monday. I gotta find somebody else now for Monday. So it was good with you last year. You did well. Maybe it's good for you. You learn.
Yeah.
You know. And you know what hard work is? Maybe you stay in school now. When you go to school, go to college, do something in your life. You know, working. This is hard work. It's good money.
Yeah, it's good money.
Yeah, it's great money. That's your age. You ain't got no bad bills. It's good money, man. But you gotta like to love this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Learn to like it, then you learn to love it. So it is what it is. You'll be fine.
He loves you.
You 20 times a day,
He loves
bro.
you. That has nothing to do with anything. He loves you, right? Don't leave him. Don't leave the job. He's gonna go crazy. For real.
If you don't leave, I'm gonna go crazy.
You already are going crazy. You're like 50.
After the demo is done, Pete moves on to the floor. And then Johnny J calls.
Do you want to pack the house out now? You're a moron, John. You really are. We already did it. I was gonna wait for you, what, 2 days later, John? Really? Whatever. You kidding me, bro?
You pack this house now?
Now he wants to pack it out. Idiot, bro.
There's more of a message in underground music than in this in mainstream rap.
Yeah.
Everything's about popping Molly, taking
Pills, drugs, clean. Let's clean that floor up again for the 5th time. Doña!
And so with one side done for today, it's time to move all the stuff to the done side so they can do the other side tomorrow. And tomorrow is where we will rejoin them, because this episode is done. Next time on Poop Dynasty, Pete and the crew try to hurry up and finish on time, but it gets harder and harder. And I can give you one bet who's to blame, at least in Pete's mind.
Sends me to another job. John sends me over here. No, what the hell's going on? Look at this.
And while the Brzezinskis have been model clients through this entire process,
Oh, that's a pretty fit.
Come here! Come here!
Oh, God, that's a pretty fit.
something dark lurks underneath that happy veneer.
Blood or what the hell is this?
Next time on Poop Dynasty.